All right, guys, it was taking me a minute to get set up there. I did pick up some McDonald's 190 calls here for this week, just from the open. We're back at that 190.16. That's that open print from yesterday here. So I went ahead and picked some of those up here, and I think they're a pretty decent price. Again, we've got some room to work up into this gap here. So I do like McDonald's here. It is early, first thing in the morning there, but I do like this position right up at this 190.16s here. I think you might be able to get a little bit better fills, but I do want to get some of these on in addition to the swing trade that we put on yesterday there. So McDonald's coming back a little bit for us here today, and want to kind of take advantage of that. So went ahead and put that on. We got to push through 79 quarters here in the S&Ps. We've got Russell pushing higher here, NASDAQ a little bit lower, Dow a little bit lower, kind of across the board there. We've got gold bouncing, 1495.60s there. That was to be expected. And Russell going to be pushing up to 1606.60 as a resistance level I have in there. So looking for that to continue to push here. And at the moment, the only other thing I see here is the position in McDonald's there. And let me take a look at the chat. Check out Shake. Yeah. Yeah, big gap down on earnings there. Down $12.50. I don't think that was the expected move in there at all. That's a big move down. Yeah, I don't know what to do with Shake here just yet. Market's pushing a little bit lower, failing on this gap so far, at least for the NASDAQ here. Highs here, 190.37s. And I'm okay with swinging McDonald's, actually. $190.75s. Alert. This one put some alerts in there. Take a look at Apple here. Apple down a bit there this morning. Amazon giving back. CMG continuing to slide. Under Armour small gap up, giving it back. Goog working on fill-in. Netflix probably the most surprising there. BYND. I don't know about the daily chart in this thing yet, but it is gapping, trying to clear the red bar from yesterday there in BYND. Dow sitting right on that 27,431 level still here. We've got Russell up 0.49% on the day. S&P's unchanged, NASDAQ unchanged, and the Dow up 0.14% there. Pretty sloppy opening move here so far. Yeah, we're getting a little pullback kind of across the board there. Market trying to put in a little bit of a bottoming tail here. Nvidia coming off too. Take a look here. I'm honestly kind of surprised S&Ps aren't holding that 79 quarter level here so far on the day. Yeah, Nvidia coming back off. Take a look at Lulu. Okay. McDonald's gonna be pushing back up towards highs. And I think we can look for let's kind of get some targets out here. $191.81s and then $193.85s for McDonald's. It's good risk reward in there. Google pushing up, about to get new highs on the day. I did hold some of the Google position overnight, and I am offering some of those out up at $10 on the option contract. So we'll see if those can get filled here. If Google can rally for us there. Piton. What is this thing? This looks like a kind of fresh IPO. I don't think there's enough data in here to really do much with this. It's only been trading since like end of September. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on crude too. I like a potential swing in crude. Take a look at shake here. Yeah, this thing coming back down. Russell just super strong here, up 0.46%. I do kind of like crude here though. Needs to clear this 57.22. So far overnight high is 57.24s there. And then I think crude is off and running to the races. Let's see if that can't like kind of scare flush some people out in crude. It'll be second test of this level here on the day though. I really think it's just digesting the gap still from yesterday, to be honest. I mean, we're still just kind of sideways. Yeah, I'm going to let it clear 57.22s first. Russell just put in new highs, traded at 1606.60 level to the tick there. Only market to put in new highs so far on the day. Gold coming back down a little bit, 1294, sorry, 1494.20s in there. And S&P is trying to go back positive on the day here. I really want to see S&P's back over those 79 quarters. I think that'll actually get me interested in a potential trade. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here. Take a look at Tesla. Yeah, Tesla's a good hourly looking chart there. I like that 324.68 to the upside there. I don't mind Tesla there. It's a decent looking daily pattern as well. I think I'll be patient for it over that 394.28 though. Really whippy, choppy action at the open here, and I don't like the fact that S&P did not hold the 79 quarters. So I'm going to shy off from like kind of normal longs, if you will. Something that has a catalyst, I think, is a little bit different story there. This thing has some room to drop for sure. It's kind of already cleared. Support in there. Yeah, 98, 97's up next in this thing. Let's see what those puts are looking like. Puts are 70 cents. I don't mind that, Johnny. Quick little flush down to 98, 97s maybe. It might need a little bit of time right around here, 101.45s though. I think it's good counter to the market. I mean, market's kind of made a little bit of a move down so far this morning. Yeah, no, I like it. It just needs to flush. Gold rallying it back a little bit off those 1493s to be expected. Crude here, 57.17s. I think crude is a good long. $57.43 prior highs. I kind of like it from a swing basis. I'm going to wait. I mean, we're like 4 ticks away from getting over 57.22s. So realistically, 4, 5, 6 ticks from a swing perspective isn't going to make that much of a difference on the risk reward ratio. So I'm going to be patient on crude, because if it doesn't get above there, then it's really not worth having. Yeah, Sebastian. The only thing I picked up this morning were some 190 calls in McDonald's. They're currently trading right here where I picked them up at. McDonald's is at that 190.16 level and looking for a break higher in that. See if Amazon or anything came back for us yet this morning. 1804.80s. Apple. Take a look at Tesla. I think my two favorites right now are McDonald's and Google. $196.71's above. Those options are 580 at the moment. Again, looking to unload half at 10 bucks. McDonald's popped a new high. Yeah, 1296.71s, and then through that, I think we're gonna be over 1300. Nice pop in the Dow there. Nasdaq coming back up towards opening print here. We've got like a 20-point range on the day so far for Nasdaq. Nice big push out of the Dow though. I think IBM did finally get to those targets the other day. IBM just takes absolutely freaking forever. 138.30s. It hit it this morning. 138.30s. Caterpillar here just cranking still. This thing was a play after earnings. Just continuing to run. McDonald's 192 halves. Yeah, I think they're fine. I mean, we're looking at like 193.85s as next target there. And I might hold some of this too, depending on how we kind of, react off 191.81s and then 193.85s. It wouldn't be out of the, like, I don't want to say out of the norm, but it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibilities here. For 197.78s maybe in there on the week. Buy a short today. I think tomorrow potentially. Tomorrow to Thursday. But yeah, I can agree with that. But tomorrow, not yet. McDonald's through yesterday's highs there. I do that sometimes. I check quotes on my phone even though I have like everything up here. I don't know if anybody else does that or not. Crude pushed up through these 57.22s there just a little bit. Still no entry in there yet. Markets, Dow, Russell still pretty much inside first 5-minute bar there. McDonald's making a move here to the upside this morning. CMG is getting absolutely rocked. I would not have expected that much of a drop in this thing over the past few days. Again, crude being patient here, 57.22s. $12.94.56 highs in Google. See if we can't crack that. Netflix coming back a little bit. Roku. Oh, forgot to check BYND. 81.70s. Yeah, but I think McDonald's can fill the gap today, actually. I wouldn't be surprised at that. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really, not that I'm obviously at that level, but I really don't understand what difference it makes who the CEO is. Like, outside of, Amazon and Tesla, obviously, with Musk and Bezos, even Microsoft, Gates isn't CEO anymore. So, and Microsoft is at relative new all-time highs, 144.47s. So we're like $1.20 away. I mean, realistically. So the spread's a swing trade. The spread's got 10 days to go. The intraday trade is just an intraday trade. It's not necessarily a lotto. They're in the money. They are a little bit. Anybody else have any chart issues? If Toss does this again. I mean, right now it's I don't even know what you call this. The slow hands are what is going to make money in this market right now. Meaning where you're putting a position on, you're being super patient and just letting it work, letting it do its thing. I mean, we're getting, what do we have? Like literally a 5-point range so far on the day in the S&Ps. So this is not a scalper's market. This is not a, 20-point swing targets getting hit intraday like we've seen. October was fairly volatile. September was really volatile. And then we're, getting a gap up and staying within like a 30-point range, like pretty much all week last week until Friday. You you do you, Kaylin. Yeah, slow hands, just like that. Russell got new highs on the day there. Only market to do so. And market popping. 10 o'clock. Was there something I didn't know about? Russell hit the next level above 1608.90s. And S&Ps are right back to 79 quarters there on that pop. But that put the Dow to new highs on the day. The Russell to new highs on the day. NASDAQ back to opening print, and S&Ps, that's 79 quarter. I think those are fine. No, yeah, those are this week's. Yeah, those are fine. The other one to pay attention to here is going to be UA. Under Armour. Oh, I thought it was at 11. Wasn't ISM non-manufacturing at 11? Somebody tell me if I goofed that. Russell is just cranking here. Crude over 57.22s there. Russell is an absolute animal, up 0.95%. They came out at 10. What? Then why did this say 11? This says 11. I told y'all I wasn't geeking. 11, ISM non-manufacturing, 11 a.m. Why does this say 11:01? Daylight savings time, maybe? Bro, I'm lost. I guess they did come out. All right. Anyone cares to explain that one to me? It looks that way. All right, cool. All right, so that's why you listen to Perry. All right, so ISM non-manufacturing data came out at 10 o'clock, and markets are reacting to the upside, just as we talked about. It's a big move coming out of the Dow so far, and nice push in the S&Ps. Again, 85, 75 is those highs up there. Crude's going to be coming back, retesting this 57.22s. Gold got absolutely rocked there, 1490s here. And charts are getting a little slow. Market pumped to new highs. Coming back down a little bit here. Take a look at McDonald's. 190.65s here. Again, I think that's fine. I think crude's probably gonna fail. 57.16s at the moment. Gold new lows there, 89.30s. Crude coming back off. We push 57.32s there. Working on a 5-minute reversal bar here in the markets as well. And I'm wondering if today is going to be an absolute sideways chop. Nasdaq reversing. Nasdaq, Dow, and S&P's 5-minute reversal bar there. Russell still holding up towards highs. New lows for gold here. I mean, we're under 79 quarters, so I could see shorts being permitted. I'm not a big fan of this, like, sloppy chop action at the moment. Oh, that just come out. Nasdaq new lows on the day. Crude pretty weak there. I think bonds are probably still lower, right? I mean, they're rallying 6, 7 ticks here off of lows. Market just sold off pretty decent. I don't think market I don't think market craters today. I guess lows here 0.1 quarters from yesterday. We did put in new highs here today over yesterday's highs. If you like the downside, I think it's okay. Room down to like 81.65s. I don't like shorting after this big flush to the downside. And we don't have Russell at lows yet. We don't have Dow at lows yet, so I'm just not a huge fan of the action in general. What I don't want to do is end up getting like, I mean, we just ripped to the upside, ripped back to the downside all in 15 minutes. So, and I thought this news was coming out at 11, so gold still lower, bond still lower, crude not able to get through those 57.22s really here. And market's just feeling like a whipsaw. So if that's going to be the case, not something I'm interested in doing. It's just moving funny. Like, I'm not necessarily concerned about volatility like in the sense of just pure volatility, but it's just moving like skipping, if you will. And that's what I don't like. So I'd much rather just leave it alone, let it do its thing. If I miss a move to the downside, I'm okay with that. But yeah, it's just kind of skipping. Dow new lows now. Crude's opening prints down at 56.94s. So as long as it doesn't break that and can still get back above 22s, I think it'll be fine. Gold working back up towards 93s. I like selling some premium in UA as opposed to buying outright calls. I sold some puts and then bought some calls. I bought the 17 halves, 10 days to go. It's a smaller trade. UA is not a very like large mover. And no indice trades here yet today. Nasdaq's down 0.20%. Again, I was talking about that being kind of the weaker market here today. S&P is down 0.10, Dow up 0.14, and the Russell up 0.46. So we're just absolutely like spread across the board here. And Nasdaq just ripped down like 6-7 points, ripping back up 6-7 points here. So again, I'm fine with sit on hands right here. This is oddly enough starting to look a lot like last week. Like eerily similar. mean, we're not at like, we don't have terrible volume. We're at 444,000 contracts on the day for S&Ps. So not terrible, but take a look at bonds here. Um, let's see here. Goo getting a nice bounce back off this 1291.61 level there. Something like this on the day, I think, is where it's at. I mean, Goo basically just went back almost to highs here, and market's sitting right on lows. So something that's showing good strength like that, I think is something to focus on here today. Tesla not quite doing it. BYND not quite doing it. Guess it would help if I type a symbol in, right? Goog new highs on the day. NASDAQ 5-minute reversal bar there. I think Mumbo said it best there. Avoiding a losing day is a win here. I think there's some small opportunities. If some things set up here, but I mean, right now, this is some really whippy looking action. The daily charts are looking really eerily similar to last week here so far. Gap up on Monday. Tuesday trades beneath Monday's lows. So far, Tuesday's trading beneath Monday's lows. We're rallying back up towards kind of middle of the range here. Russell is actually breaking out. Russell super, super strong. So I'm still kind of sit on hands here. And like I said, I think this is that market where kind of slow hands prevail. And, Google's been, up $6, flat, up $6. McDonald's was up $2 earlier. Now it's up $1.65. Market was up this morning, unchanged, up big on ISM, negative, still currently negative a few points here in the NASDAQ and S&Ps, and then kind of coming back. And take a look at crude here. I don't think crude's bad. If it can get over 57.22s, I think crude will actually be a pretty good looking long. Google just blew through 1296.71s there. So Google's putting in the work today. 1297.17s on highs there. Really nice move off those lows. I'll pull back right into 91.61s there. Market was looking like it was trying to tank. Google holding strong. Crude ended up holding, kind of cracked through these lows. 05s, look like we traded 04s, now coming back up. Nice, yeah, 82.15s just hit. Good work on that. What were the weak names? PYPL probably pushed down into targets by now, I would think. No, rally back. Yeah, I think that one's tough. Bonds coming back off a little bit. Gold as well. CMG is an absolute bloodbath. If you guys have anything that looks good out there, feel free to let me know. We're going to come up on the first hour of the day here. Excuse me. First hour of the day here in just a couple of minutes. And I'm kind of thinking we go not unchanged, but yeah. What do you guys have? Anything? Netflix, one of the weakest names in the NASDAQ. This REGN thing is cranking. I wouldn't touch gold long. It's got some room to go still. Crude tested 22s again. Can't get through it. I kind of like this REGN. I just don't know if I want to play a pharma. It's up $23 on the day. Had earnings. I think if you're feeling aggressive, REGN makes a move, but I'm not feeling aggressive. If you had some cushion, I think it'd be worth it, but I don't think there's anything. When you're resorting to trading pharmas as your best looking play, that's kind of it's kind of a sign. I think I'll pass. Oh. So my mom actually set it up. My mom pulled some strings and made it happen. Yeah, I think gold looks gross as well. It's got some room to the downside here yet still. I really was going to like that breakout yesterday, but it didn't come. I think 86.40s next to the downside, and then 81.20s. And then realistically, gold could be in a lot of trouble. Like 1400s. Apple long. Let's take a look at it. I don't mind Apple. It might need a rest day though. This thing's been chugging and chugging, so it might need a rest day. I mean, it's going to take something like picture perfect. Couldn't put it in a textbook any better looking trade setup today, I think, for me. Oh, did I look at Ulta? Um, from a swing perspective, I actually don't mind this. IV rank is stupid high. It's got some work to do right here at 246.01s. Oh, crude looking better. Take a look at that. But I do like Ulta from a swing perspective. I don't think intraday. Um, let me see, 1 second. Yeah, we're ranging like pretty hard. Crude though I think's good. Back over 57.22s here. And pullbacks now in crude. I'm a buyer. $57.91's up there. And it's about a 25-cent risk for 63-point target. 63-cent target. It's a little better than 2-to-1, 2.5. I think crude is good. I think it's probably the best thing I see. It's not absolutely picture perfect to me. So I'm going to pass on it as well, but I do think it probably works. Nasdaq is absolutely chopping. I do like the alt up though, from a swing position standpoint there. It's going to need to get through these 246s. So it has some work to do there. But I mean, at least first, nice initial move so far. McDonald's came all the way back down to opening print of yesterday. Goog is Goog's the larger position here. And again, right in those 1296.71s. And like I said, I think this thing gets through 1300 and maybe, I don't know, 1310, 1315, 1320. Who knows where it goes from there. So I do want to take some off in Goog, kind of lock it in, and then those options right now are $6.74. So if we can push, get those to $10, take some off, and then at that point I realistically don't care what the rest of the markets do. Nasdaq popping back up a bit there. Crude pulling back, about to retest those 22s again. So if you don't have a position there, I think that's probably the best thing I see. Apple popping. Sebastian going to be working that nicely. I lightened up some of the day trade portion yesterday and then held some swing. BA. Take a look at BA. Today, oh, yeah, I like BA. I really wish this pattern would have set up differently. But yeah, this thing's running. Most likely reverses this whole move here. This down move open 369, so like 10 more points to go in there. Most likely the Dow being a little stronger on that, right? Yeah, definitely set it and forget it days. These options are actually really, really tight. Pullbacks in BA buyable, I think. That daily's going to start to get a little extended here. Is going to be the only thing. I mean, like you said, it's had a run, pretty much a run and a half here. Crude sitting right on those 22s there. Give me un momento. Anybody pick up crude there on that pullback to the 22s? Tested 22s right there to the tick on the 987 tick chart, pullback right there and popping up. Like I said, I think that's the best thing I see on the board. Targets above 57.91s on the day there. Russell's actually getting a little weakness there. Crude rallies, Russell gets weakness. It's interesting. Oh, I did see Uber had earnings yesterday. Yeah, I could see a little bit more to the downside in Uber. PYPL starting to work there down towards 98, 97s. Charts will load. S&P's new lows on the day. Russell new lows on the day. Dow new lows on the day. And gold's almost at that 86.40 level there. Trade at 86.70. BYND. Yeah, BYND making a nice move there. See what those options look like. I got a feeling the options in this thing are fairly expensive. Not bad. They moved from like 250 to like 350. Pullbacks in this thing probably good. Excuse me. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I don't know if it has the steam to get up to 90.44 here, but there is probably a ton of short interest in this thing. Look at the 85 calls in BYND. Like right around $1.80s here. $1.90. 85 calls. Counter to the market. Yeah, I kind of like these. The 195s for this week, they're like $1.80 here. I think it needs a little bit more of a pullback first, but I do like the hourly reversal in there. I like the counter trend strength through the markets. I do think markets probably rally back some today. So I think this one's okay. I think it's actually better than... Yeah, I think it's better than anything else I see. Let's see if they'll fill bids in here or not. Not bad. All right, I'm gonna pick up a little BYND here. The 190, or sorry, 195. The 85 calls. They're like $1.80s right here. $1.80. Again, I like the relative strength to the markets. And this daily pattern is really pretty nice in there. This thing was taking some time this morning, but came off those 81.62s rather nicely there. Again, I think it needs a little bit of a pullback here, so I'm not going to go full size yet. And maybe to, yeah, like 83 quarters or so. I hate this stupid toss thing. Again, so just going to pick up a little bit here and then look for this pullback to 83 quarters or so. And this should set up a 5-minute buy setup here and then rip back to the upside. And let's see here. Nasdaq showing some strength coming back here now. I'm going to run some levels in here. $81.81s. Yeah, so I think 85.84s and the 90.44s here in BYND. BYND is going to be a day trade up to 85.84s. And then depending on how it can close and what the markets do, then I'll try and hold some over for 90.44s. But realistically, these options, So if we get a $1.80 move to the upside, basically puts the stock right there. You should get about $1 out of these for first targets. And then if we can get to 90.44s, oops. Then should get about $4 out of these. So $1 to first target, $4 to second target. And then through that, I mean, the daily's open to like 96.50s. So we'll see. If it gets to 85.84s, it's going to start to get pretty interesting there. And then to 90.44s is going to tell us a lot more as to where we can actually take this to. But yeah, first target's intraday, 85.84s. And then at that point, we'll have to make a determination there. It'd be better if it doesn't get pullbacks here. If it does just this and then continues to rip there. Yeah, this week's. Yeah, they have 3 days to go till expiration. They're about $1.80 right now. Not full size. Not full size into this. High of the day in here, 84.54s. Set some alerts up here, 85.84. I have to run and get my hair cut here in a minute. All right, I set some alerts up there. I actually like this better than crude. I think it's independent. Nice pullback here so far in Under Armour there. 16.19's yesterday's opening print, I think, right? No, I'm sorry, yesterday's pivot in there. Yesterday's opening print was 16.01's. So set some alerts in this. 16.19's. Yesterday's highs. 16.57's. McDonald's had a good thing going this morning. And then giving it back here this morning. Now. The actions since yesterday's close, a short squeeze in BYND. I mean, I guess you could consider it a short squeeze. I mean, gap up today, clearing resistance, 81.81s, pullback retest, and then rallying higher now. It's just like a gap over that bar. Well, not quite over that bar at the open, but I mean, anyone that got short yesterday, BYND is getting screwed today. It's up 5.6%, $4.47%. Or sorry, 4.47%. I want to see where this REGN is at. This thing most likely makes a move higher. That's my next favorite at this point, and that's a problem when it's a farm. But I think this thing makes a really nice move. Yeah, the 85s. They're like $1.93 right now. I think we just matched yesterday's highs in crude. 1 penny shy. That spike. And Nasdaq is an absolute complete total. If it'll load. Waiting on a positive tariff sweep from Trump. That'll get us moving. What level are we looking at there? Yeah, crude right here. I think today's a day where you could have easily over traded. Much the same as kind of yesterday and the majority of last week. Nasdaq's just total trickery down here. I mean, we've got like a 15, kind of 20 point range, if you will, since that flush to the downside here over the last basically hour. And we've done like a whole lot of nothing. Apple unchanged. Tesla's showing a little strength down here. It made the move. 323s and change, but bonds, gold on lows, crude 34s. Take a look at Alta, see if that thing moved any. Again, I wouldn't be surprised to see NASDAQ go back to highs today. At least back towards opening print, up towards 25s. That would make some sense. Crude breaking out new highs. This might be like the slowest, most boring patience testing day of all time. Yeah, so I'm not looking for any intraday trades here in crude. The long was off of 57.22s up there, or back there, I should say. Um, Currently 57.39s. So like 17 ticks ago is the entry into crude. And targets on this up to 57.91s. If you get another like good risk reward entry, I think it's okay to take that. I mean, my kind of favorite trade on the day is probably no trade, to be honest. I don't think I actually have a favorite at this point. I like the positions that I have on, which is BYND, Google, and McDonald's, and then Under Armour. But I mean, the Under Armour, CMG, Amazon are all swing trade stuff. So for day trades, I like BYND, Google, which may take until tomorrow. Like if market, so that's the thing with Google. That's the reason I'm holding on to Google is if market continues to base like it is here and we get some type of setup similar to last week where we go sideways, 1, 2, maybe 3 days, and then we get the big, breakout kind of, like I said, maybe tomorrow, Thursday, then, Google, like I said, can run through that $1,300 number and just keep on going. So I like having it on from the swing perspective there. Intraday stuff right now with this range is just kind of difficult, just overall. Unless you're looking to just kind of, scalp a little bit there, I think it's difficult. Nice. USD JPY target profit 3 hit. Nasdaq pushing back up, towards opening prints there. Like I said, I think that made some sense on the day for that to happen. I think Tesla probably moves on this. Gold new lows, 85.60s there. Nice push out of the Nasdaq there. It's got highs up there, overnight highs 82.48s. A good strong close today in Nasdaq would look really, really good on these charts. Amazon pulled right back into the 1796.49 to 1794.58 zone and bouncing now. So Amazon, I like. From a new swing perspective here, up over 1811.36s. So I do like that. Crude coming right back down to 57.22s there. Not doing anything with crude here. Like I said, I think probably the best looking thing I see is BYND. Under Armour starting to make a move now. We got the 17.5 calls in there, 16 put spread. So we need to do some work. 10 days to go. GE. I think GE probably needs a rest day. GE goes sideways today and then probably makes the move tomorrow. The way that looks, to be honest. Under Armour here going to be pushing up through 16.19s there. Aren't swing longs risky if we anticipate a market crater this week? Yeah, I mean, so I think we're like 2 days out from potentially a market pullback there. And I mean, you can just see we're getting pushed downs in the Nasdaq, 81.95s or so, and then just getting bid back up. And the longs that I currently have on, with the exception of Google here, which is like where obviously I have Amazon, BYND, CMG, Google, McDonald's, UA. Google has the largest exposure at the moment in terms of just straight risk. CMG is almost at a max loss on the spreads there, so that one's kind of nothing to really be concerned about at this point. But BYND has the relative strength against the market, so BYND could actually move even if the market doesn't move. I think McDonald's is the very same situation there with the gap down from yesterday. UA, I think, is the very same situation. So those three, I think, are kind of independent of what the market does. My real risk is in Google. And again, I think we have still 1, maybe 2 days before that potential pullback comes, if it does come. So I'm okay with holding those into that potential move. The main one that I'm keeping an eye on is going to be Google. That's Under Armour trading 16.19 there. And crude bouncing a little bit, kind of back off those levels. Let's take a look at gold and bonds real quick. Like, trust me, we'll have a day to short. We'll know when it comes to. Yeah, gold sitting right on these 86.40s. Gold down 24 points, 1.61%. It's a 20 point move in gold from cracking these 1505s up there, which was the important level. 15.10 need to hold in order for us to continue to go higher. 1505s need to crack in order for us to go lower. And we did just that. This REGN thing is moving. I think still has room to go. This 335 calls I was looking at earlier have gone from $4 to $7.50 right here. Like I said, I think this was probably the best thing on the board, and it's a pharma, so I just don't necessarily like to do that. Yeah, that Costco daily chart needs to break though. This thing is tight. But yeah, right on new highs of the day there. I do like to see that. Like I said, it's got to be absolutely picture perfect here. I think REGN was absolutely picture perfect, except for the fact that it's a pharma. Um, BYND here I think is picture perfect, and that's making a move now. So 85, 84s, looking good there. McDonald's looked really, really good this morning, and it's kind of giving it back. Nasdaq just traded opening prints there again. Crude 57.26s, so not really too much off that. I don't know. I'm gonna let the positions I have work. Like I said, Beyond Meat, BYND's got about another $1 to go. Those options should go about $1. 85, 84s. So basically $1 left in that. UA tested 16.19 is coming off a little bit. I think that's fine. That position still has 10 days to go. And again, NASDAQ has 82.48s above. There's overnight highs there that I think could get tested on the day. I think it'll most likely need the rest of the markets in order to do that, which at the moment, the Dow is pretty much the only thing kind of moving with us. So that might be a little bit of a stretch. Tesla here, a little bit weaker than I would have expected with this move up. Given that, I'm not going to add to BYND. It didn't give another entry, so I'm just going to let it do its thing. What I'm going to try and do is not hold any, or not take any off at targets, and try and hold some, since I don't have a full position. Tesla, what was the other one? Something else I wanted to look at. Oh, BA. Yeah. We have Roku earnings after the bell. I don't really know what to do with this thing. A gap over like 150 tomorrow, and we could take this thing like to 170s. Roku could actually present a really nice trade opportunity tomorrow, depending on where it gaps to and what the market's doing at that time. Really, really slow morning here. Again, said it a couple times already. Slow hands kind of this morning is going to be, what I think does it. McDonald's kind of coming back a little bit with us. Good move out of that. Again, I still think that one's fine, so I'm not really messing with it there. BYND, a little stall there. All right, that's going to wrap it up for me. Crude 57.20s, really unable to get too much going there. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. And I got to run and get a haircut, ship the computer out. So that's going to Cassidy Power down in Dallas, Texas. So she won the computer giveaway that we were doing on Instagram. So if you guys do not follow myself or Jay on Instagram, it's at Major League Trading and at Blame Forex there on Instagram. If you guys do not already do that, then go do that right now. We're going to be dropping another giveaway here soon. And tomorrow, I'm not going to be on the mic in the morning. I'm going to be on a flight. So I won't be able to do the trade plan or the live trading session. I'll be in the air for both of those. My flight takes off at like 8:20. So let me kind of see what tomorrow looks like and what tonight looks like in terms of getting everything situated. And what kind of the market's doing and get a game plan together for that. So otherwise, that's what I'm looking at right here. If you got big losses on the day, most likely it's an over trading situation here. There were, a lot of kind of head fakes and, back and forth type of action that I think could have tripped some people up. That ISM non-manufacturing situation with Forex Factory kind of threw me off there. So that just kind of made me take a little setback and kind of let this thing figure itself out. And yeah, that's pretty much been the best, I think, route kind of this morning. So yeah, tomorrow is most likely going to be the best trading day of the entire year since I'll be on a flight. So you guys are welcome for that. Under Armour cracking through 1619s there. BYD a little bit of a pullback. Crude under 22s. So yeah. Anyways, that's what I got for today. Again, take it nice and slow and easy this week. There's no reason to press it. We're coming into the end of earnings season. There's not a lot on the news dockets for this week, and I do think we'll start to kind of pick up some volatility here with these highs. I do think we'll get a flush at some point that'll bring in some interesting action for us there, and realistically, that's ultimately kind of what I'm waiting for here in terms of the markets. So thank you guys so much. I'll let you know once I get to Vegas what the schedule looks like. I know it's like 6:30 out there when the market's open, so 6 o'clock, and I have, Jay and I have stuff starting at like 8 a.m. both Thursday and Friday, so it's going to be potentially a little bit tough. Yeah, I'll manage open positions for my phone. I just have alerts set and price points, and then if those trade, then I'll do whatever I need to do. I'll look to maybe kind of lighten some of this up depending on what the market looks like today, since I will be on a plane tomorrow, like during the open. But I should have Wi-Fi on the plane, so I've placed some trades from plane Wi-Fi before, and they've been fine. And I've got basically 10 hours back and forth in an aluminum tube from here to Vegas, so planning on writing some good content there, and looking to release some good stuff here coming up soon. So again, really appreciate you guys. Take care. Have a great rest of your trading day. I will see you guys back most likely Monday. If not, I'll pop on. Definitely going to do some videos either way. But yeah, have a great rest of your trading day. Don't get chopped up in this mess. Choose your trades wisely. 2550s NASDAQ coming off those opening prints there. So yeah, take it with some patience. Have some discipline here. And again, don't get yourself chopped up. So peace.